Hi guys. So very good morning to one and all. So my name is Bhanu. I'm a qualified cost and management accountant. So I have a teaching experience of 4+ years in this particular accounting subject. So as you all know that this is the group 2. In the group 2 we are containing a 4 subjects. In that one of the subject is called corporate accounting and auditing. So we can discuss in a clear manner for how many marks the corporate accounting is going to give in the examination and the auditing is for how many marks. We can clearly discuss in a clear manner. So firstly, the paper number, you can take a notebook and you can write along with me. First one, paper number 10. The complete paper name is Corporate Accounting and Audit. In shortcut, we can call it as CAA. Now this total paper, we are going to divide into the two parts. So part A and part B. So we can going to consider it as part A is nothing but corporate accounts. And part B is nothing but audit. So when coming to here corporate accounting, from this total, just a second more. Okay. Okay, we can continue the discussion. So I am in a discussion of paper discussion. Our paper number is 10. The complete paper name is Corporate Accounting and Audit. So part A is Corporate Accounting and part B is Audit. When coming to here Corporate Accounting, 50% weightage and audit also is for 50% weightage. As you all know that already group 1 is completed. In the section A, they will give the MCQs. In the section B, they will give the descriptive questions. So here also the same way, ma. But here, from the corporate accounting, they will give 7 MCQs and 4 descriptive questions. Seven MCQs and 4 descriptive questions, 4 complete descriptive. That means, so 7 into 2 MCQs, that is equal to 14 marks, And for the descriptive question, each question consists of 14 marks. So nothing but 4 into 14, that is equal to 56 marks. In total, 14 plus 56, that is equal to total 70 marks we are going to get from the corporate accounting itself. Even though, what is our primary conclusion, ma? Primarily, we have discussed that only 50% of weightage, but end of the point, in the question paper, we will get for how many marks, ma? 70 marks. But in the last attempt, the recent attempt of June 2026, instead of 7 MCQs, they have given 10 MCQs for us. But on an average, how many MCQs they will ask, ma? 7 MCQs. Okay, na guys? So when coming to the audit, so 7 completed na, remaining 8 MCQs they will give from the audit, and remaining 3 descriptive questions they will give from the audit. That means totally how many marks, ma? 8 into 2, that is equal to 16 marks, and 14 into 3, that is equal to 42 marks. Then what is the total, ma? Do the total and can reply, ma? Online student as well as face to face. So totally 16 plus 42, that is equal to how much, ma? 58 marks. That means the total examination paper, they will give for how many marks, ma? 70 plus 58, that is equal to 128 marks, including the choice. So this is the total weightage of this corporate accounting and audit, ma. When coming to the final conclusion, that I will discuss only the corporate accounting and audit will be dealt by our CA, CMA, CS Rohit Grovas. Okay, Nama. So this is the total ultimate conclusion. So even though 50% of weightage, they will ask for 70 marks for the corporate accounting. This is the final conclusion. Next, we have to see the question paper analysis. So as today is the first class, we can go in a clear manner and a simple manner. So I have already discussed that how many MCQs they will give, ma? 7 MCQs. They will give for how many marks, ma? 14 marks. Then after question number 2, question number 3, 4, 5. Totally 4 questions. The total 4 questions fully dedicated to corporate accounting itself. So 2A and 2B, totally they will give the questions from accounting for shares and debentures. So if anyone of you studied about the CA foundation, you know clear manner the same thing they have given here also, ma, accounting for shares and debentures. So n number of concepts they will cover. From this n number of topics, they will ask for how many marks, ma? 14 marks, 7 plus 7. Next, coming to the third one, in the third question, they will give about preparation of statement of profit and loss and balance sheet, same like final accounts manner, but we have to see the format of schedule 3. There is a fixed format will be there, so we can discuss in a clear manner. Total 14 mark question. Unless coming to the 4A and 4B, completely dedicated to banking, insurance and electricity. In this, banking is very important, ma. Pakka 7 marks they will ask in the examination. Pakka in 4A they will give only the banking. From the recent and past analysis, based on that I am saying that banking is very important topic. Then coming to the 4B, ma, In the 4B, they will give either insurance or electricity. Out of these both the topics, one question they will ask for 7 marks. Then coming to the 5A and 5B, in the 5A, they will give the Ind AS. We are having 5 Ind AS. From that 5 Ind AS, they will give one question. And in the 5B, they will give the cash flow statement, 7 marks. This is also easiest topic. So to summarize, only limited topics we are having. What is the first topic, Accounting for issue of shares and debentures. What is the second one, Nothing but financial statements. What is the third topic, Banking, insurance and electricity. What is the fifth one, Accounting standards and cash flow statement. This is also forming part of accounting nothing but accounting standards only. Okay, now. So to summarize, totally how many marks we are going to get, 70 marks in the examination paper out of 128 marks. So this is the total discussion about the paper analysis, and I have completely discussed about how many marks we are going to get from corporate accounting and audit. So is there any doubts up to here? Online as well as offline. Good morning, friends. Okay. Sir, okay, sir. Very nice concept. As of now, you have discussed clearly, we understand. Sir, first, you are going to discuss from which topic means. I will target directly the banking. I will target the directly banking because so many reasons are there, I think you are having a bill of exchange in paper number 6. So that bill of exchange concept will be useful here. Limited topics will be there. Directly we can go through the banking company. Then after we can come to the insurance, electricity and schedule 3. Then after we can see about what, accounting for shares and debentures, like that. A very, very important topic I'm going to start with what, bank. Okay, you can put the heading banking companies. So when coming to the, just wait a second, When coming to study materials, what are all the materials you are going to provide user? If you join for this particular subject means, I'm going to give first one a concept book. In this concept book only, we are going to include MCQs itself. From these MCQs only, the 7 MCQs they are going to give. Not only the 7, we may get 7 to 8 MCQs from this corporate accounting itself. And next, I will give the workbook. In this workbook, we are going to have what, questions. I have taken a questions from ICMA material. And next one, past papers. And next one, MQPs. The institute will release the model question papers. In that pattern only they will ask in the final examination. From these MQPs, they're asking nearly 2 questions directly, nearly 15 to 20 marks from the MQPs itself. In the last attempts we have seen also, no problem. So these are all the points I have taken care of while preparing the study material with respect to the corporate accounting. And next, a bonus tip like that, a bonus point I will give to my students. Additional, I am going to provide you the handwritten. This is only the soft copy, I cannot give the hard copy. This is only the soft copy I can provide you. But this soft copy I will release you after completion of the total syllabus only. I'm not going to share in the meanwhile in between the classes, because my motivation is you have to write everything, each and every point what I am discussing in my class. So that is the reason this handwritten I will provide you only 1 month before the examination only. I will not provide you in between the classes. Okay, Nama. So please take care of. So these are the points I am going to take care of while preparation of study material, no problem. So directly we are going to start with which concept, banking companies. You can put the heading banking companies. Just a second, guys. So what is the chapter name? Accounting for banking companies. In the paper number 6, we have seen insurance claims. We have seen what insurance claims in the paper number 6. There we have thought from whose point of view insurance company or insurer, the person who has taken the insurance company, we have think from that fellow point of view. But in the same way, here in the banking companies, we have to think from whose point of view, sir. Means it is very, very important before going to discuss something, from which point of view we have to discuss in accounting is very important point. So that is the point. What is the important point here? In the total of this chapter, in this chapter, we have to think, in this chapter, we have to think from banking point of view, nothing but banking company point of view. Banking company, please highlight this one, banking company point of view. It is very, very important tip before going to start this one. And next, what are all the chapter, what are all the concepts are going to cover in this chapter, sir? Means, so the chapter overview I'm going to write here, so you can also write chapter overview. So first we can discuss about the meaning of banking company. Meaning of banking company. And then after, so next we can discuss about recognition of interest income, recognition of interest income on loans and advances. Recognition of interest income on loans and advances. Next one, third point, rebate on bill discount. Rebate on bill discount. When coming to the fourth point, creation of provision for doubtful debts. Creation of provision for doubtful debts. Next one, you have created the doubtful debts now. On the doubtful debts, we have to do the accounting. So accounting for creation of provision for doubtful debts. Accounting for creation of provision for doubtful debts. And then the very next point, we have to discuss about bills sent for collection. Bill sent for collection. The very next point, acceptance endorsement and guarantee. Acceptance, endorsement and guarantee. The last and final topic, there is another one also, CRR and SLR. What is the meaning of CRR? Means cash reserve ratio. And what is the meaning of SLR? Ma? Statutory liquidity ratio. And the final point we have to discuss that nothing but financial statements for banking company. Financial statements for banking company. So totally how many concepts we have to cover, ma? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 and 9. Total 9 concepts, ma. From these 9 concepts, so within these 8 concepts itself, they're asking in the examination, they're testing in the examination, ma, 7 marks. 8 concepts, 7 marks. A very easiest fraction also. And when MCQ, they will ask as usual. Totally, we are going to get from this chapter. So how many marks, ma? 7 marks plus one MCQ of 2 marks. Totally how many marks, ma? 9 marks. Sir, 9 marks out of 100 marks, 9 marks out of 70 marks. 9 marks out of 70 marks. That is the easiest topic. We have selected the first one. So this is my agenda. So a small concept, a more marks. So that is the reason I have started this chapter. And in this chapter, we can use the bill of exchange concept also. A very simple concept already we have seen in the which one, ma? Paper number 6. That is the reason I have taken this one. So what is the first point we have discussed here, ma? In this chapter, we have to think from whose point of view, ma? Banking company point of view. So first one. So what is our first agenda, ma? We have to try and understand that what is the meaning of banking company. Okay, na, ma? So next put the heading, meaning of banking company. First one, meaning of banking company. We can take an example, ma. Simply we can understand the definition of a banking. So how we can understand, sir? Imagine this is HDFC Bank, ma. Imagine this is a HDFC Bank. So bank has to do 2 things, ma. What is the first point, ma? A normal point. You can understand. Can you guess what is the first point the bank has to do? So accepting the deposits and giving loans, giving the deposits as a loans and advances to the public. So those are the 2 points. What is the first one, ma? Acceptance of deposits. Acceptance of deposits. This is the first one bank has to satisfy. And next one, ma. And these deposits have to be given as a loans and advances to the outside public. So giving deposits to the outside public, not for the own use, ma. So the bank should not use for own purpose. What are the loans? For example, the, from the outside people, we have received 10 lakh rupees of advance. Now, the bank for his own purpose, they can utilize or not, ma. They cannot utilize the bank own purpose. Must and should the total 10 lakhs are, for example, from these 10 lakhs, 7 lakh rupees they can given to whom, ma? Outside people. Those 7 lakhs can be utilized by the banking, cannot be utilized by the banking. That amount should not be utilized for the banking. If the bank is utilizing the total deposits, who made, ma? Outside public, that is, we should not call it as what, ma? That is not a banking company. That is, we can call it as what? Investing company. We can call it as what, ma? Investing company, like that. So we are discussing only from whose point of view, ma? Banking company point of view. And giving the deposit to the outsiders out of as what, ma? As loans and advances. These are the 2 points. Okay, ma? If these 2 points are satisfied, then only we will call it as a banking company. For example, ma, there is a one particular institutions, they are not accepting the deposits, accepting or not accepting, not accepting the deposits, but they are giving the loans and advances to the outside people. We can call it as what, ma? NBFCs. What is the meaning of NBFCs, ma? Non-banking financial institution. So NBFC means they should not accept the deposits, they only give the loans and advances. Banking company means what, ma? They have to accept the loans and advances from the public, and they have to give the loans and advance, have to accept the deposits from the public. That deposits must be transferred to the outside publics as the loans and advances. Now say, ma, these loans and advances from the bank point of view, that is an asset, that is a liability. That is an asset. Yes or no, ma? Normal loan is called as a liability. But see, understand the situation, ma. We have given the loan, or we have taken the loan, we have given the loan. So we are in a which capacity, ma? Receiving capacity or giving capacity? Receiving capacity in the future. That is the reason now the loans and advances from the banking point of view is an asset or liability, ma? It is an asset. So these 2 points have to be satisfied. Next one, the important note points we have to write, ma. So what is the important note point, ma? You can put the note points. Before that, 2 points have to be satisfied. Only 1 point, ma. 2 points. Just wait a second. So the above 2 conditions must be satisfied. Then only we can call it as banking company. Then only we can call it as what, ma? Banking company. The very important point for your understanding. Okay, nama? Only first condition satisfied means that is called as investing company. Only second condition satisfied means that is called as non-banking financial institutions. So what is the note points? The first point, ma, already we have discussed. What is that one, ma? Which are the money amounts, nothing but deposits made by the public. Okay, now bank has to utilize a, bank should not utilize a, bank should not utilize for his own purpose. So the deposits made by the public the deposits made by the public should not be, should not amma, should not be utilized for its own use. For its own use means whose use ma? For its banking own purposes. The next one, whatever the deposits made by the public, that must be repayable on demand. That must be repayable on demand. For example, ma, we made something amount of 1 lakh rupees we are deposited into the bank. So whenever we are utilizing the GPay or PhonePe like that online platforms, immediately amount is transferring, or after 5 minutes the amount is transferring, immediately. That is, the deposits must be demand deposits or what, ma? The deposits must be demand deposits. So the deposits made by the public must be repayable, on demand. So these are the two main important note points we have to be keep in our mind. Okay na guys? So this is the total meaning of what, ma? A banking company. Now you can understand about that what is the meaning of banking company. Now the next one, so from the MCQ discussion, the total discussion is very important. You can put the mark there. For which purpose, ma? For descriptive or for MCQ? For MCQ purpose, these are the points are utilized. They will give one of the example that, so there is one institutions are accepting only the deposits. We can call it as dash, means we can call it as a banking company, or we can call it as an investment company, we can call it as an investment company. There is one particular institutions, they are not accepting the deposits, but they are giving what, ma? Loans and advances to the public. This scenario, that particular institute is called as what, ma? Non-banking financial institutions. If the both the conditions satisfied, we can call it as a banking company. And next one, the deposits must not be utilized for the own purpose. And next one, whatever the deposits made by the public, that must be repayable on the demand. And next one, sir, there must be a one controller should be there, na? There must be rules and regulations, and there must be a one controller. Okay, na? Same like bank companies. You can take a company. Who is the main, what they need to follow in the law? Already you have seen. Okay, na? In the group 1 law, Companies Act is there, yes or no? Why they have created the Companies Act? Nothing but a rules and regulations how to perform the company. In the same way, here also we are having one Banking Act. Here also we are having what, ma? One Banking Act. Who is the controller of Companies Act, ma? Who is the controller? Nothing but the rules and regulations. Who have to take care of? Nothing but SEBI has to take care of. SEBI means what, ma? Security Exchange Board of India. Here also one controller is there, and the rules and regulations also is there. We have to see. So for the banking companies, so nothing but for our normal citizens, where the rules are prescribed, ma? In the constitutions. In order to take care of whether we are following the rules and regulations, who are there? Police is there and courts are there. Yes, same like that. Here also rules are there and authority maker is there. Nothing but the rules are prescribed by whom, ma? Banking Company Act. Okay, rules is there and who is there, ma? Authority. Authority who is take care of whether we are following the rules are also there. So first we can say the rules. Nothing but rules means what, ma? Act. So there is a Banking Regulation Act. There is a Banking Regulation Act, nothing but 1966. Very important for the MCQ ma. Banking Regulation Act 1966. And who is the authority ma? Nothing but who has to take care of whether the bank is following the rules and regulations means. Can you guess who is the ultimate banker? Who is the head of the banks? RBI. So RBI, who is the controller of whether taking care of whether the banks are following the rules and regulations. The very important point ma. Okay na. So from the MCQ point of view once again. So what is the act ma? Nothing but 1966. And who is the authority maker ma? Nothing but RBI. What is the full form of RBI ma? Reserve Bank of India. And the other name for RBI is nothing but lender of a last resort. Lender of last resort. Nothing but if anywhere, even the banks, they can take the loans and advances from whom ma? From the Reserve Bank India. For our sustainability of a banks also we can take care of. Our government will take the loans and advances from where ma? RBI, Reserve Bank of India. That is the reason Reserve Bank of India is also called as what ma? Lender of last resort. Okay na. That is the ultimate people we can go take care of. So these are the points ma. We have to be keep in mind, especially from whose point of view, nothing but meaning of a banking company. I think you have got the clear picture about this one. Shall I move on ma? So that means you have completed totally first point. What is the first point ma? Meaning of banking company. Now we have to see what ma? Recognition of interest income on loans and advances. So what is the meaning of recognition? Means nothing but how much amount we have to record in the books of accounts. What is the recognition ma? How much amount we have to record in the books of accounts. That is the concept, call it as what ma? A recognition. We can see. So second one na, first one na ma? Second point. Recognition of interest income on loans and advances. You cannot understand this line ma. You can understand after completion of what ma? After completion of a small example, you can clearly understand. So before that you can write recognition is equal to what ma? Recognition is nothing but how much amount we have to record in books of accounts. Can I write BOS ma? BOS means what? Nothing but the books of accounts. This is the ultimate target we are going to see here from this concept ma. Okay, in order to understand this concept, I am going to take one of the example. Is there any doubts ma? No one is responding from the online. So if you are having a clear picture means I can move forward. Otherwise you can ask the doubts here itself. Okay guys, so next one. Okay, let me take an example. I'm going to take again the banking company as HDFC Bank. Bank is nothing but what ma? HDFC Bank. And who is this person? I think as you all know, all the people. What is the person name ma? Flashman. He is one of the customer, one of the depositor of that of our company. Our company means, what is our company name? HDFC. Okay, because we have to think from whose point of view? Bank point of view. So we have given loans and advance to whom? To flashman, a customer. You can think like that. Sir, here what the customer need to pay? Customer need to pay the interest, or we can call it as EMIs. You can call it as what? EMI means nothing but what? The principal plus interest. So here I am going to take only the interest. Can I call this interest as interest income? Can I call this interest as interest income or not, Yes, we can call simply, because why, because we have given a loans and advance to this particular person. So on these loans and advance, he is paying the interest, that is income for us, or expenses for us, that is a income for us. These loans and advances is an asset for the whose point of view, So always we have to think from whose point of view? Banking company point of view. That is the reason loans and advances are called as what, asset. On that asset we are receiving the interest, we are paying the interest. We are receiving the interest. Now this interest we can call it as interest income, interest expenses, interest income. Now you can understand that what is the meaning of this one, interest income on loans and advance. I think you understand, you have not understand. Yes. Now this interest income, how much we have to record is depends upon two activities. Guys are understanding my point, Now the total assets, what is the meaning of asset of our point of view, loans and advances. So the total asset, nothing but we can call it as loans and advances. In our point of view, what, asset or liability? Assets. Only one loan will be there, and number of loans will be there. N number of loans and advances will be there. That is the reason assets we can call it. Now these total assets I can divide into the two parts, How many parts can I divide, Two parts. First one is called as performing. First one is called as what, performing asset. Second one is called as non-performing asset. First one is a performing asset, and second one is called as what, non-performing asset. Guys are understanding my point. So now we have to understand clear meaning about what is the meaning of performing asset and what is the meaning of non-performing asset. We have to understand. Guys are understanding my point, So the total income recognition is depends upon these two items. What are the two items, performing and non-performing? Can you guess, any person in the class? What is the meaning of performing asset and what is the meaning of non-performing asset? Performing means what they need to perform. A stage performance, a dance performance, or singing like that. No, perform means what, So the repayment is continuously happening or not, without any break, whether the repayment is going on or not. What is the meaning of repayment, here? Nothing but we can take it as what? EMS. Whether a particular person on the due date he is performing his activities or not. So he is performing means that is called as what, performing asset. He is not performing, that is called as what, non-performing. But there is a clear meaning, you can understand. Okay, super guys. Subhash, Manvita. Okay, we can see clearly. We can write here. Sir, what is the meaning of performing asset? So those loans and advances we are going to receive, or we can say like this, going to receive means future tense. We are receiving regular payments. we are receiving what ma? Regular or irregular ma? Regular. Or we can call it as, there is another point ma. So this is one of the condition. For example, we have given a loan to whom ma? Flashman. Okay, the flashman is continuously he is paying the EMIs without any default. Whether this flashman can be considered as performing or non-performing ma? Performing. Okay. Or there is another one very important, this one ma. So those loans and advances having a default. Ma, default is there or not there? Having a default, but not more than how many days ma? 90 days. But not more than a default of how much ma? 90 days. Sir, what is the meaning of this one? Have you understand this one? Sir, what is the first one ma? First one is called as, is there any defaulter? There is no defaulter. There is no default. What is the second one ma? Having a default but must not be exceeding of how many days ma? Less than 90 days or more than 90 days or less than 90 days. Sir, what is the meaning of this one means? So you can clearly understand here. Please see ma. I am going to take one of the example ma. So our current year is equal to 26-27. What is our current year ma? 26-27. Can you say the starting date of the 26 ma? What is the starting date of the 26? Nothing but 1/4/2026. What is the end of the year ma? 31st March 27. On this date we have to check. On this date, because on which date we are preparing the financial statements? We are going to prepare the financial statements on end of the financial year or end of the calendar year. So which one they perform? Generally the banks are going to follow only which year ma? Financial year. So on this day we are going to check ma. There is a, who is our favorite customer ma? Flashman. Okay, Flashman is having a default but up to 50 days. But up to how many days ma? 50 days. On this date we are checking. So that means whether we can call it as performing asset or non-performing asset ma? Yes, even though having a default but exceeding 90 days or not exceeding 90 days or not exceeding 90 days. That is the reason that fellow we should consider it as what ma? Performing asset. Guys are understanding my point. So now you can say clearly what is the meaning of non-performing asset ma? Having a default of more than 90 days or less than 90 days? Having a default of more than 90 days. We have to check that 90 days as on the date of preparation of what ma? Financial statements. Guys are understanding my point or not? So those loans and advances having a default of more than or less than more than 90 days. Having a default of more than 90 days. Here what ma? Not more than not more than 90 days is called as a no. Okay sir, you are going to say that what is the meaning of performing asset and what is the meaning of non-performing asset. Clearly we have understand. Is there any doubts ma? So on which date we have to check the 90 days ma? We have to check the 90 days as on the date of preparation of financial statements. We can know, we can write that one. So what is the note point ma here? We have to check $90 at the time of preparation of financial statements. Guys are understanding my point ma? Okay, as you are a, you can think that sir directly you can show the concept and you can say na. So if you write the concept directly it will go to your mind. That is the reason. So no need to revise n number of times. Directly we can you can remember directly in the class itself. That is the reason I am going to write you. Okay na? So I think whether you are writing, no problem. Okay sir. Next, performing asset and non-performing asset is completed. So how we can recognize? What is the main concept name? Recognition of income on loans and advances. We understand what is the meaning of income on loans and advances. We understand about what performing asset and non-performing asset. Sir, now we are discussing. We are going to discussion of what recognition. Completed maximum concept was completed. Okay. So recognition depends upon which things performing asset and non-performing. If it is a performing means we have to recognize on accrual basis. We have to recognize on which basis accrual. So generally in the accounting, which concept we will follow? Accrual basis or cash basis? Accrual. So if it is performing now, so there is no doubt whether he will pay or he will not pay. Is there any doubt? There is no doubt? No doubt. That is the reason, even though he is not paying, also, we are going to consider that income, that interest income related to current year itself. So that is called as which concept? Accrual concept, or we can call it as which basis? Accrual basis. Which basis we can recognize accrual. When coming to the non-performing having a doubt or not having a doubt in the case of non-performing asset, we are having a doubt. That is the reason we have to wait until the date of receipt or what we have to wait until the date of receipt. That is the reason we have to use which basis cash basis, or this cash basis only we can call it as what receipt basis also. Both are same or different both are same. Guys are understanding my point So now the concept we have completed. If you see one of the question means you can get a clear picture. Guys are understanding my point. So we are discussion of which concept recognition of interest income on loans and advances. So what is the meaning of interest income Interest income is nothing but whatever the loans and advances we have given, on that loans and advances we are going to receive the interest. That is called as an interest income. How much amount of interest we need to transfer to the P&L account in the current year, we have to discuss. So how much amount we have to transfer is depend upon what nothing but performing asset and non-performing. If it is a performing means which basis accrual basis. If it is a non-performing means which basis receipt basis, or we can call it as what cash basis also. Okay na? So directly I will open the question, you will get a clear picture. Shall I move on Okay, see this one. We are having a question from our workbook It is page number 161, question number 19. Okay na guys, shall I move forward? See this one Given below are the details of interest on advances of a bank for the year ended what 31st March 2023, year ended. So we are in the end of the year, middle of the year end of the year. They're clearly saying that advances. What is the meaning of advances? Nothing but there are different types of advances. Loans and advances, there are different types of loans. First, what is the first one term loan, cash credit, bills purchased, overdraft. There are 4 types of advances we have given. How many types of advances we have given 4 types. And no PA means what on PA means what performing asset. On PA means it is also called as what performing asset. On NPA means what non-performing asset and non-performing asset. If it is a performing asset, we have to see the interest earned, interest received. If it is a performing asset means which basis accrual basis. Accrual means even though we have received or even though we have not received, we have to recognize in the P&L account. Guys, yes or no that means interest earned we have to take or interest received we have to take the interest earned only. Okay, how much amount we have earned? 15,000. But even though we have received only how much? 7. Even though you have received only the 7,000 also no problem, because it is a performing asset or non-performing asset? Performing asset. When coming to the performing asset, non-performing asset we have to see which column? interest received, interest earned, interest received, because we are following which basis, ma? Cash basis. Guys are understanding my point or not? So that is the reason, if it is a performing means, we have to consider 15,000, 35,000, 28,000 and 48,000. If it is a non-performing means, how much we have to consider, ma? 5,000 or 3,000? 3,000, 4,000, 2,000 and 5,500. Now see the representation, nothing but presentation in the examination, ma. So we have taken first column what, ma? Advances. Second column on performing asset, on non-performing asset. So when coming to the term loans, can you tell me the total income we have to recognize in the current year, ma? 15,000 on the performing asset and 3,000 on the non-performing asset. What is the total amount with respect to the term loans, ma? 18,000. Guys are understanding my point? So like that, the cash discount also 35 and 4,000. Bills purchased how much, ma? 28,000 and 2,000. And overdraft how much, ma? 48,000 and 5,500. What is the total amount, ma? So 18 plus 39 plus 30 plus 53,500. Can you tell me the total amount, ma? Do it the total fastly. Just a second. One lakh 40,500 is a total interest income. We have to transfer to which account, ma? Incomes are transferred to P&L account. Which side, ma? Credits. Guys are understanding my point, ma? So this is the total important discussion. We have completed which concept, ma? Interest income on loans and advances. Guys, is there anything doubts, ma? Having? If you are having the doubts, means you can ask me directly. Okay. Shall we see the another example, ma? Wait a second. So see this example, ma, and you can understand the same example only. Which one, ma? Same or different, ma? Same example. So this is a question, ma. Given below is the details of interest on advances for which bank, ma? A commercial bank. Rupees in lakhs or what, ma? Rupees in lakhs. You have to take care of this one, okay? There is a performing asset and there is a non-performing asset. What are all the types of advances we are having, ma? Term loans, cash credit and bills purchased and discount. Okay, nama? Term loan means, what is the meaning of term loan? That means a fixed time period will be there. After 10 years or after 5 years we have to pay. What is the meaning of cash credit? Long term. It is a long term type or short term type, ma? It is a short term type. Okay, it is a long term type. So different. And what is the meaning of this one? You can understand in next concept. We can discuss what is the meaning of bill purchased and discounted. Okay, na guys. So meanwhile, how many types of advances we are having, ma? 6 types. Sorry, 3 types. In these 3 types, how are the assets, ma? There is a performing asset. There is a non-performing asset. That means in the total term loans, some of the loans are performing, ma. Some of the loans are what? Non-performing. In the same way, in the cash credit, some are performing, some are not performing. Okay, performing means which one we have to consider? We have to consider which point, ma? Interest earned or interest received, ma? Interest earned. In the case of non-performing, ma, we have to see the receipt basis or accrual basis. Receipt basis. So can you tell me what is the total amount of interest income in terms of term loan, ma? 100 plus 50 or 80 plus 50 100 plus 20 100 plus 20. Okay, now next one, cash credit point of view, how much, ma? 200 plus 60. And coming to the bills purchased and discount ma, 300 plus 90. Can you tell me the total amount of interest income ma? So nothing but from the term loan point of view, how much ma? 120. From the cash credit point of how much ma? 260. And from the bills purchased and discount point of view ma? 390. If you total up, what is the total amount ma? 770 lakhs. 770 lakh. A very important. Okay na? In the examination you will write only 770. But what is the correct answer? 770 lakhs. So I think you know the how to representation. In the first column we have to take what ma? We have to take the advances. In the second column ma, performing. In the third column non-performing. In the fourth column total. Guys are understanding my point ma? So this is the total way of discussion of what ma? Discussion of interest income on loans and advances. Guys are understanding my point ma? So we have completed totally how many concepts? Two concepts. First one is a meaning of banking company and second one is a recognition of interest income on loans. And very important ma, because n number of times they ask directly this question for how many means 7 marks. Okay na guys, so very important question. So next one, the third concept we are going to discuss. What is the third concept ma? Rebate on bill discount. Some of the interesting topic only we can clearly discuss, no problem. Shall I move forward? Okay. As this is a first class, you will face a difficult, but no problem. And because we are having a lot of holidays, after the holidays you are coming now. So that is the reason. If you write something, you are not going to get any type of slip. Guys, shall I move forward? What is the third one ma? Rebate on bills discount. This is also very interesting topic and very important topics. For how many mark ma? 7 mark. Okay, sir, what is the meaning of rebate on bill discount? We can take an example and we can see a clear picture. Okay. Imagine this is one bank. Imagine what ma? This is one bank. And we need two parties. Who is this person? Janvi Kapoor. Okay. And we need another person ma. Who is this person? Pedigadu. Who is your favorite cricket player? Peddi sir. Who is your favorite kabaddi? Who is your favorite runner? Peddi sir. Okay. In the same way, our favorite person is also Peddi sir. Favorite, no, not a customer. Okay. Favorite customer is also Peddi sir. Okay. Generally, okay. Let us forget about this banking and all the things. You know the concept of bill of exchange. Yes or no? So one person have to draw the bill and another person have to accept the bill. In the same way, so here Ram Charan is going to draw the bill. So Ram Charan drawn accepted amma, bill drawn. Sir, if the Ram Charan is drawn the bill, Ram Charan is going to call it as what? Huh? Drawer. Drawer or drawee drawer. And if the Ram Charan proposed na, Janvi Kapoor have to accept or reject amma? Accept. So bill drawn and Janvi Kapoor accepted not accepted amma? Accepted. Akash, good morning Ra. How are you? So bill accepted. Bill drawn and bill accepted. If the bill accepted by this particular person, we used to call it as drawee. Don't worry, because now we are in a chapter of banking company. We have to think from whose point of view? Banking point of view. Okay, we will think from banking point of view only, sir. Okay. Now bill is in the hands of whom? Drawer. Nothing but in the hands of Ramcharan. Ramcharan is having how many options, ma? He can have the 4 option. What is the first option? He can retain the bill till the maturity, or else if you need any amount in an urgent manner, means he can go for a discounting purpose. So next one, endorsement. Third one, ma, bill sent for bank for collection. Sir, in these 4 options, in how many situations bank is coming to the picture? In 2 situations, second situation and fourth situation. What is the second situation, ma? Bills discounted. So in the same way, the bill amount we can take it as 1 lakh rupees. What is the bill amount, ma? 1 lakh, and the time period is equal to 3 months. Okay, na? So immediately Ramcharan gone to the have approached you to the bank and given a bill of exchange, and bank has given a amount. Sir, bank has to immediately he has approached to the bank after 1 month, immediately he has approached you to the bank. That means in order to receive the amount from this drawee, nothing but who is the drawee, ma? Janvi Kapoor. How many months bank has to wait? 3 months. So that is the reason for the waiting purpose, bank can accept, can estimate any amount or not, ma, as bank has to charge certain amount because of waiting purpose. So that is the reason here also bank is waiting for how many months, ma? 3 months. Now, okay, sir. Discount. Bank is making what, ma? A discount at the rate of 10%. At the rate of how much, ma? 10. Can you calculate the discount, ma? I think you all know the discount formula. Can you tell me the discount formula, ma? Discount formula is equal to bill amount into rate into remaining months divided by 12 months. Into remaining months divided by 12 months. Guys, okay, now till now here's fine. Okay, now what is happening? Okay, now we can find out the discount, or we cannot find out amount. Yes, we can find out easily. Can you tell me the discount, ma? What is the bill amount? 1 lakh. What is the rate? I have told you 10%. How many months have to wait? 3 months. 3 months divided by 12 months, that is equal to how much more? 2500 rupees. Okay, I think you understand about this one. So now can you say this discount is an income or expenses? While repaying the Janvi Kapoor, how much amount have to repay the Janvi Kapoor, ma? The total 1 lakh or what, ma? Total rupees 1 lakh we have to receive from Janvi Kapoor. But how much amount we have paid to the Peddi sir? Only how much, ma? Total 1 lakh, 1 lakh minus 2500. 1 lakh minus 2500, that is equal to how much, ma? 97,000. We paid only 97,500. We means what? Bank. We paid only 97,500, but how much we are receiving from the Janvi Kapoor? 1 lakh. That means the difference is also called as what? Nothing but 2,500 income or expenses. It is an income. It is an what, ma? Income. Okay, sir. Okay. Now the bill drawn and nothing but due date falls in 1 year means what is the situation we can see? What I am saying, ma? For example, bill drawn on which date means bill drawn at the rate of 1/4/2026. Bill drawn on which date, ma? 1/4/2026. Here to 3 months means 4, 5, 6. 6th month how to complete. So 7 plus 3 grace days, how much ma? 4th 7. So 4 7 2026. Imagine our financial year is equal to 26-27. Imagine our financial year is equal to what ma? 26-27. That means in the current year itself we have received this bill term is completed. In the next year it is going to complete. In the current year itself. In the current year only drawn. In the previous year drawn. In the current year only we have drawn the bill. In the current year only the bill was matured or what ma? In the current year only the bill was matured. Okay, now that means we are seeing the accounting treatment on this test. Okay, rebate coming to the picture or not coming up means rebate will not come into the picture if the both the dates are in a 1 year. What are the both the dates ma? Bill drawn date and bill matured date falls in a 1 year means there is no rebate on bill discount. There is no rebate on bill discount. So that means here ma, from above both bill drawn date plus what ma? Bill matured date falls in same year or different year ma? Same year. So that is the reason. Is there any rebate? There is no rebate. So there is no rebate on bill discount. You will understand ma. Okay, wait for how many minutes ma? Wait for 10 minutes, that's all. You can clearly understand what is the meaning of rebate. Okay, now for this situation we can see what ma? We can see the accounting treatment. For this situation what we can see ma? Account. Nothing but we have, what are the entries we need to pass, we have to see. So I'm going to take the 3 columns ma? Nothing but 4 columns. Can you say the journal pro forma, date, particulars, LF or JF forma? LF, debit amount and credit amount. DR and CR. Okay, what is the first entry? Whose point of view you are thinking? Bank point of view. What is the first entry we have to write? Bill discounting. At that situation only we have received the bill of what ma? At the time of situation. On which date ma? Immediately or 1 month after he has come ma? Immediately. That means on which date we have to write the entry? On 1/4/2026 we have to write the entry. Can you guess? 1/4/2026. Can you guess what is the entry we have to write? We have received the bill. We have to think from whose point of view? Bank. So bill received means generally what we have to write? Bills receivable. Generally what we have to write ma? Bills receivable. Asset liability ma? Asset. Which balance ma? Debit balance. We have to do the debit or credit? Debit. So now in the place of bills receivable, here we have to use bills purchase and discount. We have to use what ma? Bills purchased and discount. What is the total amount of bill receivable value? We have to take 1 lakh or we have to take 97,500. 1 lakh. What is the bill value ma? 1 lakh. In that, how much amount we have paid to the customer? Nothing but who is the customer ma here? Ram Charan. How much amount we have paid? Or we need to pay, like that also we can take. How much amount we need to pay to the Ram Charan? 97,500. What is the remaining amount ma? What is the remaining amount? 2,500, nothing but discount earned, nothing but what ma? Discount income. So this is the first entry. Is there any doubts, guys? Now this total 2,500. Now this total 2,500 belongs to current era. Or any amount belongs to next era. Total 2,500 belongs to current year only, because bill is going to mature in the current year itself, or bill is going to mature in the next year, bill is going to mature in the current year itself. That means the total amount we can easily transfer to the P&L account. So now while transferring income to the P&L account, this balance is going to increase or going to decrease? Going to decrease. Yes or no, ma? So now at which point of time we will prepare the P&L account? At the time, at the end of the year, at the middle of the year, at the end of the year. What is our current year ending? 31st March 27. Can you tell me the entry, ma? Discount income account debited to which account, ma? P&L account. What is the amount, ma? 2,500 and 2,500. Here in this situation, in this example, we are having a rebate, or we are not having the rebate? We are not having the rebate. Why we are not having the rebate, ma? Because drawn date and nothing but acceptance data, maturity data. Maturity date falls in a same year, means the total income belongs to the current era, or total income belongs to the next era. Total income belongs to the current year itself. Guys are understanding my point or not? So we can put this one like what, ma? Example number 1. Okay, now shall I move forward, guys? Have you completed the journal entries? Can you repeat the first journal entry? Bills purchase and discount account debit to Ram Charan account, to nothing but customer account, to discount income. So Ram Charan we need to pay. At the time of payment to Ram Charan, what is the entry, ma? Ram Charan account debited to cash or bank account. Ram Charan account debited to cash. So what is the relevant journal entry for us? For us, only what, ma? This entry and this entry only relevant. Okay, na? Guys are understanding my point or not? Shall I move forward? Are any doubts you are having? No. You know? Okay, next one. Example number 2. The same example we can take a different. Same, same person, sir. Okay, ma. Please wait for 15 minutes. We will get a clarity about this rebate. Okay. Okay, we need a bank completed. So next person, somewhat. Now remember this expression, Brahmi. And automatically you can guess who is the another person. He is a world famous actor in Tollywood, Sampunesh Babu. You can watch his films. So very nicely also will be there. Okay. Because so many students are out of Telugu. That is the reason I am going to introduce this fellow. A very nice comedian. You can watch the both the film. I think you know the Brahmanandam, but somebody don't know about the Sampunesh Babu. You can watch. What is that film? You can search for Hrudaya Kalayam. The film name is Hrudaya Kalayam. You can search that one. You can enjoy that movie. Okay. Now, as usual, you know, Brahmi need to draw the bill. Okay, Nama? Bill drawn on 1/7/2026. Okay, Nama. So bill accepted on the same date itself. Bill accepted. Now Brahmi is called as drawer or drawee, drawer, and Sampunesh is called as drawee. Now without any later on the 1/7 only, Brahmi approached to whom? Bank. Brahmi has approached to the bank. Now bill duration we have to see now. 8 months. How many months is the bill duration, ma? 8 months. Sir, here to 8 months means, can you say the due date? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Huh? Only March coming, huh? Okay, we can adjust this one, ma. Not on 1/7. We can take 1/11. We can take what, ma? 1/11. Now here to 8 months means 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Again what, ma? 4, 5, 6 complete month. Okay. So immediately on which date he has approached to the bank, ma? On 1/11/2026 only has approached to the bank. Can you tell me the discount? Bill amount is equal to 1 lakh only. The rate is equal to 10% only, ma. Now can you tell me how much, ma? 8 divided by 12, that is equal to 667. So what is the amount of discount we have received, ma? 6,667 is the total amount of discount we have received. Okay. Now that means how much amount we will pay to the Brahmi? 1 lakh, ma. 1 lakh minus 6,667. 1 lakh minus 6,667. That is equal to how much we are paying? 9 lakh. 93,333. We are receiving from Sampunesh how much, ma? 1 lakh. So this 6,667 is called as a total income. But unfortunately, what is happening? So what is our current year, ma? 26, 27. Can you tell me the starting date? 1/4/26. What is the ending date, ma? 31st March 27. Can you tell me the bill drawn date? Okay, we can take somewhere around here. 1/11/26. Can you tell me the maturity date? So it is somewhere about after the completion of era, only in the current era, after the completion of year. What is the date, ma? 4/4/47/27. 4/7/27. That means in the current year, out of this 8 months, in the current year only how many months? 4 months, huh? 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 5 months. 5 months belongs to the current year and remaining 3 months belongs to which year, ma? Belongs to the next year. Guys are understanding now, ma? Now out of this 6,667, how much only belongs to current year? How can we calculate, ma? Simply, instead of 8, what you can put? 5/12. Okay, na? 1 lakh into 10% into 5/12. That is equal to how much? So what is the calculation, ma? Current year calculation I am asking. Which year calculation, ma? Current year only how many months we are having? 5 months. Can you tell me the calculation? 1 lakh into 10% into 5/12. How much, ma? 4 4,167. This is belongs to which year? Current year. Now for 3 months, how can we calculate? 1 lakh into 10 percentage into 3 by 12. 5,000. 5,000. 5,000. Hey, 2,500. Now this, okay, initially we have got to the point that what we have got to the point, this total 6,067 is an income. Okay, out of this total 6,667, how much belongs to the current year? 4,167 belongs to the current year and 2,500 belongs to the next year. This 2,500 only, we can call it as what, rebate on bill discount. We can call it as what, rebate on bill discount. Guys are understanding my point or not? Okay, we can conclude this one as a, even though the name is rebate on bill discount, this is an income received in advance. It's an income received in advance. I think you know the accounting treatment of income received in advance. So how to do? In the same way we have to do what, rebate on bill discount. Now shall we write the accounting entries for this for point, So here we are getting a bill of rebate on bill discount because bill drawn date in current year and bill maturity date falls on next year. That is the reason we have got what, rebate on bill discount. That means only how much amount we have to transfer to the P&L account of the current year. Only we have to transfer 4,167 because this is only belongs to which year, current year. This one belongs to which year, next year. Even though we have received in the current year also, no problem. Guys are understanding my point. Now we can write the entries, guys. Okay, na? So please take a note of it. So the same way of calculation you have to maintain. 3 months means 3 by 12. 4 months means 4 by 12. So don't take like this. Sir, this 6,067 is equal to 8 months means we can take directly for 3 months also. Okay, you can take. But in the examination, they will ask only rebate point. Okay, now they will not ask us about how much amount related to your current year. They will ask about what, what is the amount of rebate on bill discount. That is the reason we have to take what, same this calculation only we have to apply. Okay, so please take a note of it. Four 727. What is the 4727, Manvita? Akash, Manvita, Subhash. Is there any doubts, Chinu? No. I understand the calculation, So what is the meaning of rebate, Belongs to current year, not belongs to current year. Not belongs to current year is called as a rebate on bill discount. Now, can you tell me the first entry? Bill purchase and discount account debit. How much more? 1 lakh. How much amount we need to give to the customer? 93,330. Nothing but 2 Brahmi account. How much more? 93,330. And how much amount is called as a discount amount ma? Discount income is equal to 6,667 only. Discount income total is equal to how much ma? 6,667. Okay. If you completed means we can write the journal entries. Nothing but clearly you can write here ma. This is our current year and this is what ma? NY means what ma? Next year. CY means what ma? Current year. No doubts. Thank you so much, Subhas. Okay. Now we are going to do what ma? We are going to prepare the journal entries. What is the format ma? Date, particulars, date, particulars, LF, debit amount and credit amount. Date, particulars, LF, debit amount and credit amount. Can you tell me the first entry on which date ma? What is the date of bill drawn? 1/11/2026. On this date we have to write the entry because on the same date only discounting happen or what ma? On the same date only discounting happen. So 1/11/26. So bills receivable, bills purchased and discount ma? Bills purchased and discount. Can you tell me the total bill value ma? 1 lakh. And how much amount we need to pay to Brahmi ma? So 93,333. The remaining amount of 6,667 is nothing but discount income. Okay now guys, you can write the entry. Being bill discounted accepted. Being bill discounted accepted. Being bill discounted accepted. Okay, next one ma. How much amount we need to transfer to the P&L account? Only related to current year. That means how much ma? Only 6,667 we have to transfer to which account ma? P&L account. And 2,500 we have to transfer to which account ma? Rebate on bill discount account. We have to transfer to which account ma? Rebate. That means now we have to reduce which account ma? We have to reduce bill purchase and discount. Bremia discount income. We have to reduce the discount income. So nothing but on which date we will do all the things at the end of the year. What is the end of the year ma? Current year ending 31st March 27 or 28 27. Current year ending only. What is our current year ending ma? 31st March 2027. On this date we have to write. Which entry we have to write ma? Discount income account debit. Can you tell me the total amount of discount in income ma? 6,667 to PNL or what ma? To PNL account, how much only we have to transfer? 4,167. How much amount we should transfer to rebate ma? Rebate on bill discounted 2,500. Guys are understanding my point ma? So this is a very important entry. Again in the next year beginning ma, here you can write the narration being discount income transfer to PNL and rebate accounts. Guys, okay na? Is there any doubts ma? Again in the next year beginning ma, can you tell me the next year beginning? 1/4/2027 we have to reverse this entry. Which entry we have to reverse ma? So rebate we have to reverse. Rebate on bill discount account debited to discount income. Guys are understanding my point ma? Because this income belongs to current year, not a current year. This income belongs to current year. That is the reason. Okay, previous year completed, we enter into the next year. Nothing but our current year is now what ma? 27, 28. So now what is the entry you have to reverse ma? Rebate on bill discount account debited to discount income account. How much amount we have to reverse? Only 2,500. Guys are understanding ma? So what is the narration means? Being rebate on bill discount reverse. Guys, so this is a total important situation. So this is the demo for the first 10 classes. Yes, Akash, why are you asking? Okay. Demo for first 10 classes. In that first 10 classes, we can complete banking and electricity and insurance also we may complete. I don't know. So have you understand each and every point ma? So this is how we have to understand the concept of what ma? What is the meaning of rebate on bill discount? Guys, okay? Sir, here exactly the months are there. Exactly beginning date is there, ending date is there. Month beginning date only we have drawn the bill, month middle of the year ma. Beginning. That is the reason we have taken a months. That is the reason we have taken what ma? Months. If something like 15th like that they have given means we have to take the days. We have to take what ma? Days. Days means so number of remaining days divided by 366 or 365. You have to be take care of that one. Guys are understanding my point. So on this we are having the two questions. So if you solve that two questions, we can take a leap. Guys are understanding my point ma? Shall we move forward? We can transfer. That is year ending. Again, in the current year, some of the amount of discounting may receive now. After receiving that one, we can transfer the total amount. We will get a clarity. Guys are understanding. So, okay, year beginning is there. In the year beginning, how much amount we have got in the discount income? 2,500. For suppose, another 10,000 discount we have received. What is the entry we have to pass? Bills purchased and discount account debit to customer account to discount. The total discount we can transfer to the PN account. That is a common thing. Okay, na guys. So, but how many entries you need to show in the books of accounts means in the examination you have to show only these three accounts. Guys, okay. Is there any doubts, ma? So we can directly solve your questions. This example I have discussed to you based upon what? Performing asset and income recognition into books of accounts. You have seen this one. See this question number 3. Question number 3 and 4 typically depend upon this one only. Okay. So let's move forward. Okay. What is happening, sir? Calculate rebate on bill discount. Just they're asking about how much amount should be transferred to the rebate on bill discount. They are not saying us to prepare what? Journal entries like that. Okay. They're asking about calculate the rebate on bill discount on 31st December 23. That means what is our year ended? 31st December or 31st March? 31st December only. Year ending they are saying. That means here the bank is following calendar year, financial year. Bank is following the calendar year. Year end December means that is a calendar. From the following date and show the journal entries for the adjustment. So again they're asking what journal entries also. Okay. There are how many bills 1, 2, 3 and 4. In that date of bill, what is the meaning of date of bill Bill drawn bill accepted bill drawn. Okay. And period also they have given, amount also they have given, and rate of discount also they have given. Okay now we can see 15, 10, 25, 20. That means all are starting, all are middle middle means we have to go into calculate on in terms of days or in terms of months in terms of days only we have to. If they given the starting date means, so we can take what months also, no problem. Guys are understanding my point or not? Okay. Bill drawn on which date 15, 10, 20, 23. How many months is there? 5 months. How many months is there 5. 5 means 10 completed. Okay. 10 to 11 1 month, 11 to 12 again January, February, March. March 18th is the due date. March 18 means, see here, up to December only belongs to the current year. Up to December only belongs to which year current year. That means from January to the March, those days are belongs to which year? Next year. Those date income, we have to call it as what? Rebate. We have to call it as what rebate. That means they are asking us to directly calculate what rebate only so we can calculate from there itself. Okay. Now that means, can you tell me the January how many days? 31. February 29. Why they are taking the 29 because 2024 is a leap year. Anything divisible by 4 is called as what leap year. And again in the March, how many days 18 days. So how many days is called as a rebate 78 days. How to calculate this one Simple. 50,000 into what into 8% into 78 days divided by 366 or 365 366. If you calculate, how much you are getting 852.46. Guys are understanding my point Sir, we are calculating the total discount we are calculating the rebate directly we are calculating the rebate, so that we are calculating what first we are calculating how many number of days are going to get in the current year in the next year Guys are understanding my point or not? So simple. Okay. So again see this one 10/11/2023. 10/11/2023. How many months 4 months. 10/11 means what? 12 January, February, March. In the March, what is the how many days plus 3 means 13 days. Plus 3 means what 13. So that means again in the January how many days 31, February 29, and in the March how many days 13. Can you tell me how many total number of days 73. So how to calculate once again? So what is the bill rate bill amount? 30,000. So 30,000 into what is the rate 7% into 73 divided by 366. That is equal to how much 418.85. Go. Okay. Now you have to tell me now what is the date of bill? 25/11/2023. How many months 4 months. Here to 4 months means again March. March 25 plus 3 means how many days 28. So in the January how many days 31. In the February 29. In the March 28. What is the total number of days? 88. So what is the calculation, ma? 40,000 into 7% into 88 divided by 366. 673.22. The last one, ma. So 12, 20. How many months, ma? 3 months. 3 months means falls on January, February, March. Okay, now January, February, March. So that means 31 plus 29 plus 23. That is equal to how much, ma? 83. So 60,000 into 83. Into 9% into 83 divided by 366. That is equal to 1,240, 224.59. What is the total, ma? 3,160.169.12. So can you tell me the entry of rebate? Bill discount, nothing but discount income account debited to rebate on bill discount account. So nothing but interest and discount account debited to what, ma? Rebate on bill discount. What is the total amount, ma? 3,169.12. Guys are understanding my point clearly, ma? So this is how we have to calculate the rebate on bill discount. Shall I move forward, ma? So put the heading. What is the question number, ma? Question number 4. In our understanding purpose, we can see. Three or four. Three only, yeah? Okay, na guys, shall I move forward? Okay. Bill wise we can calculate. So what we are going to calculate, ma? Directly calculation of rebate on bill discount. Or we can write like this also. Calculation of amount of rebate on bill discount. You can write directly like that. So how many bills are there, ma? 4 bills. So first one, bill. Bill number 1. Okay, nama? Bill number 1. So what is the formula? You all know. Okay. First we can write here days. Okay. What is the bill number, ma? 1. What is happening in the bill number 1? How many months is the due date? 5 months is the term of the bill. Now 5 months means 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 falls after the December or before the December? After the December. So that means 31 plus 29 plus 18. 31 plus 29 plus 18. What is the formula for the calculation of rebate, ma? So what is the total number of days? 78. So how to calculate, ma? What is the bill amount? Sorry guys, what is the bill amount, ma? 50,000. And what is the percentage? 8 or 7, amma? 8%. How many days, ma? 78 divided by 366 or what, ma? 360. That is equal to how much, ma? 852.45. Either we can take the round it off also, no problem. Okay. Next one. Bill number 1 or 2, amma? 2. Bill number 2. Again we have to calculate the current year days, next year days, next year days. So how many 10 months is the duration, ma? 4 months. So 11 to 4 months means 12, 1, 2 and 3. Up to 3, 13 or what, ma? Up to 3, 13. That means what are the days? 31 plus 29 plus 13. How much more? 70, 73. What is the bill amount? 30,000. What is the rate, ma? 7%. So 30,000 into 7% is into 73 divided by 366. That is equal to how much, ma? 4, 18.86. So third bill, ma. bill 3. So calculate the days ma. 4 months from 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. So in the third month, 28 days. 25 plus 3, how much days ma? 28. So now 31 plus 29 plus 28. 88. What is the bill amount? 40. What is the rate? 7%. So 40,000 into 7% is into 88 divided by 366. That is equal to how much more? 670 point 673.22. The last bill ma. The last bill. Bill number 4. Tell me ma. How many months? 3 months. From 12 means what? January, February, March. In the March, how many days? 23 days. So that means calculate ma. 31 plus 29 plus 23. That is equal to 83. What is the bill amount ma? 69%. So 60,000 into 9% into 83 divided by 366. 224.59. Can you tell me the total of this one? $3,169.12. Can you tell me the entry ma? This is the called it as. What is the total of this one? Rebate on. This one only the rebate na. Bill discount. Rebate on bill discount. What is the entry for the rebate on bill discount ma? Discount income account debited to rebate on bill discount. Ma simple ma. Can you tell me the entry for the income received in advance? Income account debited to income received in advance. Here also what is the income? Discount income. Income received in advance, they are going to call it as rebate on bill discount. Simple concept. What is the total amount ma? 3,169.12. 3,169.12. Guys, are understanding the same point ma? Okay. So there is a next another question we can discuss in the next class. Guys, is there any doubts ma? So simply we have calculated what ma? Directly we have calculated rebate. Okay, they are not asking about what ma? Interest income. If they ask us to calculate the discount income, means we have to calculate for previous year days and plus current year days. Guys are understanding my point. Okay, please take a note of it.
Okay guys, to summarize, in the current class, in the today's class, we have discussed the following ma. We have completed the three main discussions. What is the first one ma? Meaning of banking. What is the meaning of banking ma? Here we have to, banking need to satisfy the two conditions. They must be accept the deposits and they have to give the loans and advances to the outside persons. Those loans are nothing but whatever the amount we have received from the public, we should not use for our purpose, nothing but banking purposes. Those, that amount of deposited, that must be repaid on demand. And next, banking rules are specified in Banking Regulation Act, nothing but 1966. And who is the authority maker ma? RBI. Next, we have entered into the recognition of interest income on loans and advances depend upon two things, performing or non-performing. If it is a performing asset, we have to recognize on interest earned, interest received, interest earned. If it is non-performing asset means what ma? Interest received, nothing but accrual basis and cash basis. So what is the meaning of performing asset? Default must not be there. Even though default is happening, but not more than 90 days. That 90 days we have to check on that at the time of preparation of financial statements. If the default is more than 90 days means that is called as a non-performing asset. We have to recognize based upon the accrual basis or cash basis. So next we have entered into the rebate. The rebate concept will come into the picture in the case of what discounting happen. So normally the discount is an income for the bank point of view. Now rebate means what ma? If the due nothing but bill on date and due date is happening on the next day means that is called as at that point of time whatever the income belongs to the next year, that is called as only the rebate on nothing but income received in advance. Sir, if you receive the income, what is the entry ma? Cash or bank account debited to income account. But unfortunately here the entry is called as what? Bill purchased and discount account debited to bill, discount income account. But at the end of the year, we have known that some of the income belongs to which year? Next year. So that is the reason we are reducing the income, or we are increasing the income, reducing the income, and we are transferring to the which account? Rebate on bill discount account. So what is the entry? Discount income account debited to rebate on bill discount account. The totally on the concept basis we are going to start. Sir, when the group 1 start? Group 1 will be started exactly in the next month. There is a time of 20 days because after the foundation result only we are going to start the group 1. Okay, foundation students have to join now. That is the reason we have put the grace of 20 days. So the group 1 classes is held for only for which attempt means not for the December attempt, is held for only the June 2027, is not for the December 2026. The group 2 classes are happening for the December 2026, but the group 1 classes will start for the June 2027 attempt. Okay na guys? So if you are the more details, you can contact our office number 6309912. I don't know exact. So you can contact our, it will be scrolling in the downward of the marks. 630 630 So you can contact this number ma 630 9901213. Sorry guys. If you contact this number, they will give the more updates. Okay. But there is a special point ma, all the classes will be held in 100% English mode. The same how we have presented in the today's class, the same way only we are going to discuss in each and every class. Okay, not only these 10 classes, each and every point I am going to write and I am going to discuss. So thank you for your patience and thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.